Good evening, I'm Nate Reason from Berkshire, Lexus in Madison in sunny Middleton, Wisconsin. It's not sunny, in fact, it's about to snow, but I wanted to show you what to do if you've got a dead battery. And this is true of NX hybrid and RX hybrid. The first thing I have to do is I have to enter the car, and you'll see that the lock cylinder is covered. So I'm gonna push the button on the side of my key fob. I'm gonna pull out a blade key. I'm gonna need that in a minute. We're gonna have to open this guy up right here, and this is where the lock cylinder is hiding. The best thing to use is a credit card or something plastic and firm. I'm gonna use my credit card, and I'm gonna come at it from the angle right here. Just gonna pop it. I'm gonna pop the back side of it, and then once I do that, it exposes the lock cylinder. Back to the key. I'm gonna grab that blade key, and what I'm doing is I'm putting the key into the lock cylinder, and then I have to turn it to arm the mechanism. Now that mechanism's hiding right here, and it's gonna be a little bit of a challenge to get to. So once we unlock that door, we can pull that handle and get out. Now while I have you here, if you're in the car and you've got a dead battery, you can't press the electronic release. You're just gonna pull the door handle 2 times on any of the 4 doors, and that will let you out. So now that we're in, let's get our key back so we don't lose that. And if you're gonna put that cover on that door right away, now that it's unlocked, we're just gonna install it backwards from what we did. So we did that side second and this side first, so first and second when we put it back on. Now let me show you how to get to the hood. So just down here, we're gonna pull the release. Now the hood has been unlatched. And then when we get to the front of the car, NX and RX are exactly the same. Just to the slight right of the center, you'll find the handle to get in. Under the hood, there's a box that says relay and fuse. Now there's 2 buttons on the back, 1 on the front. So we're just gonna push the front, and then we're gonna grab the back, and the cover comes off. This is hugely important. There's a red cover here on NX, on RX it's right in the center. Both of them operate the same. The cover is gonna come off, and there's kind of a metal piece here where our jumper cables are gonna go. In this case, I'm gonna use a jump pack, and there's a couple things that are critical when we do this. It's best if you've got a friend, because it's a bit of a challenge to reach. And I say that because when I put the positive on the blade, it's kind of tough to get that thing to stay there, especially if you're using gigantic cables like mine. Now, on the left side of the engine, there's a silver bar right here. This is where we want to ground. And this is the correct spot to ground. We're not going to ground, that's an engine mount. We're not going to ground to anything in the box, especially that. We're not going to ground to any of it. You could, in a pinch, ground to a shock tower if you've got short cables. That will work, but that's the correct ground. Now, when I put this positive on, I might get a little bit of spark. That's okay, because that means that I'm powered up. Now, I have the key in my pocket, and I'm just trying to work through that. So this is where a friend would come into play. I would have this guy on there, and I'm just hitting the unlock until I get it. So once I have it, you see a little spark there? We'll know we're alive. From here, I'd hop in and I'd hit the start button. So you pause that video and we'll go on, and we can enter the car. Put on the brake, hit the start button. Now, when I have the ready light, the car is running and ready to go. And at this point, I can remove the jump pack. Now, a lot of people worry that the engine hasn't yet started. Now remember, you have a hybrid, and essentially once the 12-volt system tells the hybrid to operate and the ready light comes on, you can pull the cables. A lot of times a guest will hear the engine turn off and think that it died. It did not. If the ready light is on and ready to go, you're all set, and you can remove the cables and either drive to a service facility like Lexus in Madison or what have you to get going. Now let me show you the back of the car, and it's not going to move. Open the back, because this won't open right without the vehicle being powered. Now the 12-volt battery is hiding right here. So if you're going to replace this on your own, or if you're going to put a charger on it, you do it from right back here. And to get here, our cargo mat comes out, our cargo cover goes up, and this panel is just sitting right on top. We're going to pull up here, we're just going to pull it out, we're just going to set it aside. Red for power, ground is here uncovered. Of course, don't mess the cables up. Red to red, black to black. Now, one thing that's very important before we sign off, hybrids do not jumpstart other cars. This is not a cranking battery, it's a reserve battery. Of course, if you have to be jumped, that's fine, but hybrids don't jump because that is not a cranking battery. So I hope that's helpful. I'm sorry if you've got a dead battery. I hope you don't. But if you do, I hope this is helpful. This is Nate from Lexus of Madison. Make it a great Lexus day.